I have students that I've taught maybe 300 classes to.
Wow.
They couldn't speak. Oh, they were like A, B, C, and now they're like level 6.
Hello, my name is Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I want to say thank you for watching this interview, first of all. And I'm so excited to share this interview with you. I'm interviewing teacher Jessica. She works for VIPKID and she has hit a huge milestone with VIPKID. She's taught 9,000 classes. Can you believe it? So please enjoy this interview. Stop right now and hop down in the comments and tell Jessica and I how many classes you have taught and what your next goal is. I'd love to hear what your goals are. So sit back, enjoy this interview. If you have other questions for Jessica that I didn't get to, put them down in the comments and we will try to answer them. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Nice to meet you, Jessica. I'm Laura.
Nice to meet you too.
So exciting. Okay, so when I saw you post on the Facebook group, I was like 9,000 classes. That's a huge goal. I think a lot of people are wondering, like, you got to tell us the backstory of this. Like, how did you get to 9,000? How long have you been teaching? And what does your crazy schedule look like?
Okay, so I started with VIPKID on May 1st of 2017.
Okay.
I opened every spot that you could possibly open. I opened after I got hired. I opened there was no time that I didn't open. So I slept during the day.
Okay.
And then I worked I was a pro almost at sleeping for 20-minute cakes. I have a break. Okay, sleep, and then I'd wake up. And I think, wow, May I probably did. I mean, it was all trials. I was like the trial queen. I'm the mom and dad. This is my family. And I had I was like ready to go. Like, it doesn't matter what trial they gave me, and I opened everything short notice. I mean, I opened everything. I still have students from the first, I have students that I've taught maybe 300 classes to.
Wow.
And because they started with me when we started, they couldn't speak. Oh, they were like A, B, C, and now they're like level 6. So that's how it was in the beginning. For 3 months, July 2017, I was not paying attention. And I opened everything and I forgot to close it. And every single slot booked during the frenzy, everything did. So my July 2017, I taught 500 classes.
That's insane.
Yeah. It was, and I was like, whoops, because you couldn't can't once they book, So that was my biggest month with 500 something classes. I haven't done it since then.
Okay.
Now I don't do I kind of pulled back a little bit because I couldn't I don't know, maybe I'm old. I don't know. It's been 2-3 years. I can't keep up with the nights and the weekends. And so my schedule now is maybe 3 or 2:30 to 9.
Okay. 2:30 to 9. So you're still sleeping a little bit in the evening.
Yeah, so I go to bed at 7. I eat dinner at 6. So I'm it's time for bed. I start settling for bed at 6:30, 7. Sure. Yeah, and then I just go to bed because I'm I gotta get up and 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I asked on my Instagram yesterday when I knew I was going to interview, I asked what questions do you have for somebody who's been teaching so long? And one of the questions kind of relates to all this. They asked, how do you avoid getting burned out? Because how do you keep up? I mean, it sounds like you pulled back a bit, but even now, 2 to 9, that's a full day every day.
Thought about taking off on Sunday to but I'm used to getting up so early that I would just wake up anyway and have nothing to do. Sometimes I feel tired. I'm tired. Mm-hmm. I get tired. I don't know. I just love them. I feel like if I don't see them, they're my little babies. I know everything about them. And it's hard to realize that you would know so much about someone so far away.
Right. Tell us about some of your favorite regulars.
My favorite regular is Abby. Her mom would not care if I shared. Abby has come to stay with me in America.
What?
Yes, I flew to China and stayed with them for 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they took me all around Beijing. They live in Beijing. We did the Great Wall. We went to Xi'an and saw the Terracotta Warriors. We did
How did that come to be? Did they just invite you via WeChat?
Yeah, so we were WeChatting and she said, we'd love to have you come. And I was like, was like, I don't know. And we were just back and forth, but I had Abby every single day. And
Wow.
they were like, yeah, just come and stay with us. And so I was like, okay. And so I did. I just
Oh my
I just
gosh.
booked a trip to China and I stayed at their home for 3 weeks. And we saw like we Xi'an and Ping Yao, and we went to, obviously she lives in Beijing.
Okay.
And then in August of August, this past August, she put Abby on a plane from Shanghai. They took a train to Shanghai, and then she flew direct because I was in Atlanta, and she flew direct to Atlanta, and she stayed with me for 4 weeks.
How
Came
old is
over.
Abby?
She was 7.
Oh, that's so little.
Yeah. So we did all kinds of things. She loves Harry Potter, so we went to
Okay.
Universal Studios.
Oh, wow.
We did the beach. She stayed. Have a friend who has a beach condo, and so she like donated it to us because she knew that Abby was coming, and so we went to the beach. We did all kinds of things in Atlanta. Yeah, she ate a
Wow.
lot of pizza.
That's so
Yeah,
great.
so that I have that. I mean, and then I also met another one of my students. Took us out to lunch. Her name is Fofo. She her family took us out to lunch when I was there. So your schedule just gets regular. Like
Hmm.
it's almost like a teacher schedule because I have the same. I'm like, I know each kid, like know what's coming, and I
Yeah.
just do
That was
it. And
another question that people ask that I'm curious about too. Do you prep for classes? Because you must have taught almost every class by now.
yeah, I don't usually. I mean, I'll look it over the night before and I see, okay, who's doing an assessment, who's doing
Mhm,
this, who's doing
mhm.
this. If there's something that I haven't seen before, I'll go through it. I don't usually prep because I know it and I feel like it's the first time they see it.
Yeah.
So I want to act like I'm excited to see it too, even though
Yeah.
I've seen it maybe 200 times. So I'm always like, oh, look at this. And I
Yeah.
think if I prepped the night before, like I would know what's coming. So I like, not that I'm surprised because I've
Right,
seen
right.
it, but
What
yeah.
is your favorite kind of lesson to teach? Tell us about your certifications.
So I'm certified in, I think pretty much all everything like through level 8.
Okay.
Um, so, but I haven't had a level 8. I've had level 7s, a
Mhm,
7s.
mhm.
Um, So that's, I mean, and I don't always take them like when they open. I don't always take,
Yeah.
I don't always like take the quizzes. Like I'll just take them when I have some free time. But mostly I do, my kids are mostly like right now 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s because I've
Okay.
been with them since they were
Do you
little.
have a level you prefer from like the young ones to the old ones?
Mm, mm, I really like I really like the lessons on the senses, the 5 senses.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like they're like spaced well, and I feel like it times well, and I feel like there's extension room there, but then there's not if you don't need it. So I think that's my favorite. Like here, see, like I like to use, like I'm like here, and then I bring out like talking, like
Ah,
you know,
fun.
like like robots that talk.
Are you in your classroom?
Yeah, this is my
Can you show
classroom.
us some of your favorite props and things?
So I do this for the Britain. They have guard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like this is the guard.
Cute.
I don't know, it's
Look
the
at that.
FIO short. Yeah, so that's my favorite for guard. Everything in my classroom is magnet.
Okay.
So the background, everything has like I
Nice.
probably have a magnet for everything. So like, you know, soccer ball, ping pong, penguin, princess. I have magnets to metal from Home Depot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I can change the color.
Do you change it often, your background?
Mm, I mean, I guess I do for like Chinese New Year. Oh yeah, for Chinese New Year I had yellow, and then I bought this when I was in Disney.
Wow, cute. Look at that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and so yeah, I mean, I guess I do change the color sometimes. I don't use like Cam. I don't use. I'm like
Okay.
old school. Like my props are magnets. Like I'm just old.
Yeah.
Like I don't like because it makes me nervous because anything extra I'm afraid is gonna like not work, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna get like a teacher IT or something. But did just start doing with my older students this decide now teacher student game,
Ooh,
um,
cool.
where they can win money like and teacher student.
Oh, great tip.
You can make it whatever you want, like where to eat. We did that one today where it's like, I did this one with an older
Oh,
student, what food to
cool.
eat. And then what would you eat Mexican? She's like, tacos. Have you had a taco? I'm like, yes, Taco Bell. I just like
Yeah.
to, and I have everything in a file. Like I might have like folder that has transportation
Okay.
magnets. So all my magnets with transportation are in the folder. So if I'm doing a lesson, I can just be like, oh, these are all transportation. I
Has your
guess it's,
organization system or like your prop system changed over the years of teaching?
um I think, well, I think it has because I think I use less
Mm,
because my students are older.
yeah.
So I don't use as many little kid props, but I still try to, like,
Hmm.
because even the older kids, like, they still like
Yeah.
the, the props.
I'm curious because you started like 6 months before me, and even in my time, the company has changed a ton. What are some of like your favorite, and you can be honest, your least favorite
Mhm.
changes over the 3 years? You're almost at 3 years
Yeah, 3 years on
next
Thursday.
week.
Yeah, I know. So weird to log into class. I think when we first started, it was kind of like if you needed the fireman, you had to like like there was like a Skype
Mhm,
link or something. I'm not sure. Like if you call them, they're gonna switch the line.
mhm.
Whereas before you weren't sure like what do we I don't know, are they gonna come? Like I feel
I
like that change. What else do I feel like changed? I feel like the communication is a ton better.
mhm,
Um
agreed.
I feel like when I first started, if you were sick or you missed a day, it was like chaos. And I feel like now it's like very streamlined. Um, and I feel like with the San Francisco office, you can, you know, better communicate. You can better communicate if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But I totally get like I went when I was in Beijing, I went to the VIP Kid office
Yeah, yeah.
and toured it. It was the same day that they were celebrating their 5 year anniversary. So
Oh,
everyone was gone. They were like on a field celebrating. So most people were gone, but like I could totally see where all the firemen sit and
mhm.
like where everyone works. And I was just like, wow, there are so many people.
Yeah.
And so
Going
I
there really changed my perspective too. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, wow, this is just wow. It's like,
It's a big operation. There's a
yeah,
lot happening. So do
yeah,
you interact online with other teachers at all?
I do. Yes. So one day I was on Facebook and I messaged somebody said something about their schedule. And I
Mhm.
messaged them, oh my gosh, I have the same schedule as you, like 3 to 9. And she was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, but it was like like not specific. It was just the VIP kid
Yeah.
site. And so I was like, wow. And then I told her where I live. She's like, oh my goodness, I live the same, like 20 minutes away. I was like, no way,
Really?
yeah. So her and I have become friends and
Very
she
cool.
works the same hours I do. So we text each other good morning. We text each
Oh,
other, we got
that's
this,
great.
like you got this morning, you got it, like good luck. Like we know who each other's teaching. I'm like, I have Abby next. Oh, I have Abby. Okay. Like we know each other's students. And so that's great because every day I have somebody to like,
Yeah,
because
you have your
it's,
person, your
yeah, because
VIP person.
it's very like, dark and quiet at 2:30 in the
Mhm.
morning when you wake up. And so to have somebody to be like, hey, to cheer you on is really helpful.
I
Yeah. So,
agree. I agree. Yeah. Do you help brand new teachers sometimes?
you know what? I think in my 3 years it's so bad. I've only had 4 referral. Well, yeah, 4 referrals. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I just teach. Like I teach.
I'm a
So
teacher. Yes.
I
So, what
yeah.
advice would you give to a new teacher? How can you encourage teachers to get to where you are, where you
I
have
think
thousands of classes?
honestly, if that's what you want to do, if what you want to do is this full time, you have to be willing to open any slots at
Mhm,
any time
mhm.
because every single person, student that comes into that trial or that class could be your next regular student and you don't know. You have to do it. If you want full time VIP kid, you have to open every single slot and you have to leave them open so that those parents know, oh, this teacher is open all the time. Like,
Yeah,
because this is her full time job.
yeah,
She is, or he, they're always open. And so for me, that's like I said, that's what I did my first year. I opened every slot pretty much because,
so amazing.
because, yeah, so that's
Oh, show us
mine.
your stats. Yeah. Wow,
1,900.
1,000 days. Okay.
Yep.
9,300. Do you mind sharing with us about feedback too?
Just have an Excel spreadsheet,
Oh, okay.
and for 3 years I've just written feedback. And so each lesson, now they've updated lessons, so I have to kind of go in and update them, copy and paste it and put in what they did, what they didn't do. My feedback is not really long. Like I said, I rarely have, I mean, I do have some new ones, but maybe it's like 4 a week that I haven't seen. Otherwise, the rest of them I've seen for like a year or more.
Isn't that just the best? I love that.
The best.
I love it when I wake up and I know every kid on my schedule. It's just the best.
Yeah, and I have the cutest little boy named Austin. Um, he, I don't, he disappeared for a little while, and somebody said, send a little note, and I did send a note, and he
Yeah.
came back. Know that when he turns on his camera, he's gonna be like, "Hello, Jessica," and I'm like,
Good.
"Hello, Austin," and it's just like, I know, like it's so
Camaraderie.
great. Yeah, and you know where they live, and you see their house, and you know when they're not. Like, you're not in your normal chair. Where are you? Like,
Mhm.
it's so great.
Somebody asked that kind of is about this is how do you deal with like the frustration or sadness when you have a regular for a long time and then they do just drop off unexplainedly?
Yeah, I don't know. I think in the beginning, I used to take it very, very personal. Like, I was like, "Oh my goodness, like, where'd they go?" Or, "I
Mhm.
miss them." Like, I have some where I'll look at feedback from the past. I'm like, "Oh, that was so and so, and where did she go?" But I think that maybe they had other classes. Maybe they just quit VIP Kid. Maybe they
Mhm.
found a different teacher, and that's okay. I think it's like in the beginning, I took it so I was like, "Oh, they must not like me." Like,
Right.
oh no. But now I'm just like, okay, well, whatever's best, they have to do what's best for them. Having that mentality. The longer I'm here, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe they have something else.
Yeah, yeah. You
I
get
don't
kind
know.
of thicker skin, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So you've been with the company almost 3 years. Do you think you'll stay with VIP Kid for a while? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I mean, this is my plan. I love to travel. I love to, which I can do this. I've taught from the beach. I've taught from Disney World.
Oh, you
I've
have.
taught from,
Oh,
yeah, um, I've taught from Daytona Beach. I've taught from Disney World. I've taught from Panama City Beach. I've taught from China. That
wow.
was
You
great
taught while
because
you were in China.
it was so great because it was 3 weeks,
Mhm.
and I didn't have classes every day, but it was nice. It was cool.
Yeah.
I've taught from hotels. I've taught from I don't always love to teach from hotels because I'm nervous about the internet speed. Yeah, I mean, I just love it because it
Mm,
gives me the flexibility to do what I want,
right.
and like I said, I went on a cruise. I just closed my slots or, whatever. But then we went to, we stayed at the villages in Florida, and I opened them and taught from someone's garage.
I haven't had the best experiences traveling teaching. Do you have any tips?
Like I said, I get nervous when I travel. I bring a lot of things. I have an iPad for backup if something
Okay.
goes wrong, and I have a hotspot. And I always, get the most high speed internet.
Have you had to apply for like a soft or a medium? Can I ask that?
I have, yeah, I have had to apply, and they're always very good about that. I
Oh,
had
good. I've never had to do that yet.
a funeral and also a sickness, and they're
Mhm.
always great. Like, they're great. They're great. And sending my doctor's note said I had to be out, and they've been great.
Oh, good. Oh, I just feel inspired because, I mean, it really is about the regulars, is what I'm hearing from you, I think.
I know who's my students. I know where they are. I know my student Grace went back to school on Monday, and I was just to wear a
Mhm.
mask. She has dividers on her desk. Like,
Really?
I know my student Helen is at boarding school, but now she's home, and she really didn't. Now she wants to go back. Like, you just get to. I mean, I've been teaching them for 3 years,
Yeah.
sometimes 5 days a week. I see them more than
Yeah.
my mom.
Yeah.
My sister. I
They're
know.
real relationships. Yeah.
Yeah, they're real, like, and they're so great. Their kids are just great. I don't know what else to say. They're
Yeah.
just
Can I ask you one more question? People seem kind of down on the company sometimes. How do you like how do you deal with that?
I mean, I see it. I just don't listen to. You just have to hang in there. Everyone is not busy,
Yeah.
right? Like, we're.
Yeah.
I don't care if you work for VIP Kid or Walmart. Like,
Yeah.
everything is not the same.
So true.
I don't listen to it because I don't see it when they say stuff like that. I'm like, I don't. From my perspective, I
Right.
don't see anything that nothing at all has been negative with VIP Kid for me since I started.
Oh, that's
Not
so
one
great
thing.
to hear. I love that. Me too. Me too. I feel so loyal to VIP Kid, and I love it.
Where can you go where you can teach amazing kids and
Mm-hmm.
get paid to teach amazing kids and
Mm-hmm.
get paid to make your own schedule, and you can do what you want, the flexibility of your house and your whatever. And during this whole time when everybody's at home and not working or whatever, and we get to still work, like
Mm-hmm.
for
I'm
me, I'm
so
like,
grateful. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, this is so great. Like why I get up at 2:30,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
their faces are so adorable and they make you the cutest things. And
I agree. Oh, I just love your positive attitude. It's so great. It's infectious.
oh, thank you.
I hope I hope you can really inspire some teachers. So I'm hearing from you too. It's about the long game. Like you definitely have the long game in mind here.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, I don't have a plan B. PK's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. My
Mm-hmm.
students aren't going anywhere. Everybody's cool. Just ride it out. And there may be spots that are open. So I'm going to sleep
Yeah.
maybe and enjoy it. But I mean,
Well, it's so good to talk to you. Is there anything else you want to share before we start to sign off here?
that this job is doable. It is a full-time job. You can make it a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I started, a lot of people, it's not going to work, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to try it. And it is, you can do, I mean, is it great? Is it great for everybody full time? Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, can
Yeah.
everyone get up at 2:30 and work till 9? I mean, probably maybe not. I don't know. But me, I can. And
Yeah.
you have to make it work. And that's why I do, like I said in the beginning, that's why I do 7 days, because I feel like that keeps my sleep schedule. I think that's a good thing too, your sleep, like a schedule, because
Yeah.
if you try to do 2:30 to 9 on Monday and then you sleep in and don't work Wednesday, and then you work on 2:30, it doesn't, for
Mhm.
me, just get up. We get
Yeah.
up at 2:30.
Yeah. I've
Just
been struggling with that actually. It's funny you say that because I've always taken Sunday off and just not work Sunday. Well, lately I get like this terrible headache every Sunday. And I think it's because I sleep in and don't have coffee at 4 in the morning.
I think that's it. You have to have your schedule. Like it's the same. Like us in bed, 7:30 is bedtime. Like
Yeah.
way past bedtime. We've eaten and now it's bed. And so, like for me, that's just my schedule. Like
Yeah. You just
yeah,
adapt.
3 to
Uh-huh.
9, 7 days a week. And yeah, I mean, I open that 3 to 9, 7 days a week, and that's it.
Amazing. So cool.
You want to do it full time, you got to open every spot and just
Yeah.
roll with it for like
Yeah.
2 months, 2 or 3 months. You just have to
Okay.
like, if it's 7:30, but you don't have one till 11 p.m., oh, take a nap. And then you have one at 11, but you don't have one till 2 in the morning, take a nap, because those are your regulars
Yeah.
in the future. So,
Good
yeah.
advice. Oh, thank you so much for talking to us. If people want to like follow up and ask you some questions, is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, how can they reach you? What's the best way? Email?
Yes, Facebook, email.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This was
Yeah.
fun. I just love chatting with other VIP Kid teachers. It's like we have our own little language to speak, you know?
Yeah, you just get it. You just get
Yeah.
it. You just get it. You just understand.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best. I hope you're safe and healthy through all this craziness.
Thank you.
We're
You
filming,
too.
for people who are watching later, we're filming on April 24th, 2020 we're kind of right in the thick of the COVID-19 stuff. So I hope you're safe and healthy and
Thank you. You
everybody's
too.
good. Thank you, Jessica. Goodbye.
Bye.
Wow, I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did. Wow, don't you just feel like you learned a lot from somebody who has been doing this for a long time and done a lot of classes? So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave Jessica a comment below thanking her for taking the time to do this. All right, talk to you later. Bye.